Hey, what's going on, guys? How's it going with all you? That was this is a long title. C64 demo still rising by Artline Designs, Bloodsuckers extended, Orange, 30 October 2022. I'm guessing that the last one is the date, not who made it, but um, what's going on, Techno, ZX, and Grogan? You learned the expected release date of Risk of Rain returns today, November 8th. Oh, Risk of Rain Returns is the name of the game. I know nothing about that. Um, I was like, what do you mean the release date returns today? Where did the release date go? But no, the name of the game is Risk of Rain Returns. All right, that's pretty good. That's only a couple weeks away then. Uh, like a Yakuza 8, no, 7.5 is coming out in a couple weeks as well, which I'm looking forward to. So I've been trying to stream on YouTube as well, since it's allowed now on Twitch, and I've been noticing a few things. One, and you'll have to tell me if this is true for you if you're on there. Um, I don't have a chat. Like I do have a chat though. Like if I copy this and I do a private window and I paste it in, there's a chat. But I don't have a chat and I'm logged in as me, so I don't know if that's some sort of settings. I have a couple of things like, plugins and stuff, or if that's just like because I'm me, it doesn't show it. I don't know. But that's interesting. I also noticed, I'll pull it up real quick. Give me a second. I took a screenshot of it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Is that it? That is not it. There it is. So it's gonna be a little hard to read, but um on my creator dashboard for Twitch, under settings it says new. Under affiliate it says new. When you go into it, it says introducing the new monetization tab. Why not just put the new next to the monetization tab instead of making it under? Like, why make me go through a circle to get there? I don't know. I don't know. Every tech thing is insane, and I don't know what's going on with it. Where's my camera? Oh, ew. My camera is off to the side. There I am. It's because this scene I'm using for Starfield is a modification of my normal stream, but just shrunk. So a lot of the stuff that's in the right hand corner, or like are in weird places, are just like off the screen now because of it. Also, Cult of the Lamb is free on Switch. Is that true? Let's find out, because I will get that for free via Nintendo. Let's see, capture card. Oh, you know what? I want to go into this here where I am and turn on. Where's my capture card scene? There it is. There we go. And then I want to make sure that. Why is that? Why is that fucked up? Why is it cropped? Oh, I know why. I know why. Like I said, this capture card scene is a little bit wonky. I mean, the setup here is a little bit wonky. So let's go into this here real quick. Nintendo Switch Online. No, I want the store, don't I? Here, let me unmute this so we can all hear what we're doing here. It's free. Oh, okay. So after October 31st, it goes away. Less fun. I'm not gonna have time to play it before then. I don't even see it in here. I've got so many things to play. I gotta play. I've never played this before. I wanted to play 4. I haven't played it yet. I didn't play the new Breath of the Wild 2. This is coming out, WarioWare. I gotta play that. Mario Brothers Blunder, I didn't play. Yeah, I don't wanna speed run the thing. I would like to take my time and enjoy it, you know what I mean? But Yeah, that's what it sounds like their free weekend. I didn't play Tears of the Kingdom. You swear? No, I only played Breath of the Wild 1, not Breath of the Wild 2. It's on the list, but you know, you know, maybe at some point in the future. Okay, let me launch Starfield here. I'm trying a little bit different of a setup. I still have me on my screen here. I'm like looking at me. I'm trying a little bit of a different setup today, so I may need to get rid of a couple of windows at some point. And oh, you know what I didn't do? I'm gonna do this before I go live. I have to change my screen resolution. Give me a second. Let's see how this fucks up the stream live. 1920 by 1080. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, let me launch Starfield. I wasn't planning on playing Starfield today. Actually, I was planning on playing something else. However, I don't know if it's my fault or the person who sent me the email's fault, but they're like, oh, see the key attached below, and there was no key for the game. I was like, oh, okay. So no. Yeah, maybe you messed me up with the other Johnny, which doesn't help when Vin says Johnny or John. Most of the time it's the other Johnny, but once in a while it's me, and then people are like attributing it to him, but that's what it is. So last time we played, the aliens kept coming to try and kill us, and I was just thinking that why is there not any reward for killing the aliens? Like, there's literally no reward for any alien you kill. It's just like lame. It's just dumb. Alright, so oops, not a map. I want missions, which is not M, it's L. High price to pay. Artifacts aren't safe at the lodge. I could place an armillary on the ship, or I can land on a planet and build a defensible outpost. Alright, we'll do the armillary on our ship. I don't fuck with outposts in this game. I could, but Evil Within 2 is free on the Epic Game Store. Yeah, if you're into that. I personally don't like the you can now move the armillary. Starborn attacks are more likely wherever the armillary is placed. Choose to keep the artifacts in inventory, then attacks are more likely everywhere. I'm not a fan of the Epic Game Store. I'll lay that down. The fucking hat. I forgot I was wearing that. Did I do the whole fight wearing that? Oh, right, because I have the space helmet on over it. It's just a hat. Right. I'm not a fan of the whole Epic Game Store thing, so I don't personally get anything from it, but if you like it, feel free. Buffering. Interesting. I've dropped about 250 frames. It's possible that you saw that. Hopefully it doesn't keep happening, but grabbing free games. Yeah, I get what you're saying. They're hoping that the free games turns into conversion, which it seems like it is doing to some degree. Conversion meaning people leaving Steam to go play on Epic, but you know. You don't care, you just want the games? That's fair. That's a valid opinion on that. I personally think that, in my opinion, which, you know, don't worry about my opinion, you worry about your own. The Epic Game Store has just fucked over, and Epic's practices have just fucked over so many things that I don't want to even bother doing that. And, like, they haven't really demonstrated to my satisfaction. What the fuck is this? All right, because everybody attacked. They haven't really demonstrated to my personal satisfaction that they have good data, like, sanitation and respect your data. I like how it's just like, it just clips through. You know what I mean? Because there was a time where they were taking, like, your Steam friends list from Steam, even if you said no, like, stuff like that, so, I'm okay missing out on the free games, personally.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Sounds like he's got more work.
Good environmental design. Yeah, it's not even like it doesn't exist on the other side. It just literally just chops it through. Warning, evacuate. I like how the sign has so much like complexity and detail and unnecessary like overlay stuff. It's a fucking evacuation sign. Make it solid or flashing. Don't have any of the overlay. Don't have the stuff in the background. Like,
Attention. The spaceport has been secured.
I like how they deployed what little buoys. That just spark?
All clear signal before exiting your homes. That is all.
Oh no! What about mom and dad? How are they handling this?
If you were a victim, there's been an incident. Please continue going about your business.
Yes, this space cowboy is following me.
We're asking everyone to continue their day. There's no more active threat.
Well, whatever you were aiming at is so dead, it's like it never was there.
It's lying on the ground dead, so I don't know why you're being sarcastic about it, buddy.
UC security is sweeping all areas hit by the recent attack. You're perfectly safe.
You realize I repelled the attack, right? I have a space Kalashnikov. Yeah. What's the button to examine a weapon? I don't think there is one, actually. What is third-person camera code in Bethesda? I used to know it. Was it like TCL something? Google Starfield free cam. Let's see. Kill. Come on. Can you just do it in like... TFC. Toggle free cam. Makes sense. Well, okay. I should have thought of that. Yeah, it's a space AK, I guess. TCL's toggle clipping. Yeah. AKSU. Stands for short, but in Russian. Yeah, there's no stock or butt, whatever you want to call it on this. What I can do is, I guess, go into third person and do this. Oops. You can see it. Yeah, but I want to unlock the camera, not. There we go. It's got laser. Also, is this the rail for the thing? Does it just go into there and disappear? Yeah, it does. It literally just goes over here and disappears. Or is it supposed to get sucked up here? Oh god, I shouldn't have done free camera because I'm terrible. I want to look around everywhere whenever I do free camera. Yeah, it just gets like sucked up into this void. And now I'm inside of a building I shouldn't be in. Oh god, look at the LOD on those windows. Oh. Does it get better when I get closer? Not really. They're just gross. Oof. Oof. I wonder if that's dictated by where my character is, not by where my camera is. That may be the case. Why are there trees up in the sky? Oh god, okay. I cannot do this right now. After I'm done with the game is when we can explore why there are trees floating in the... Oh, they're still over here. What in the fuck, dude? Whatever. Sam, what are you doing? Open inventory, find equipped weapon, examine. Yeah, I could do that too. That does also work. Inspect. There you go. You can see all the nice little. I can't. You know what I can't do in this is translate the camera left and right, as far as I know. It does say made in China on it. I do notice that they just have like a plastic grip. What's going on, Delegator? How are you? Delegator, how are you doing? It does have like a plastic grip. It's like it's not supported. It's just like taped on with like rubber tape. Like look how thick that tape is supposed to be. Yeah, right. That'd be. I feel like that would be the worst thing you could have for the handguard is to have like tape that is squiggly and clipping wires in the edge. But yeah, I mean, it seems otherwise. It seems like it's all right. I don't really have many mods. 1962 SK 4088. It says on the side there. Caliber 7.62 39. Yeah, that all I think checks out pretty good. But yeah, it's just confusing. Why it's like it doesn't. This looks like it would be loose and it would make it harder to grip things. You know what I mean? But whatever. Once you start modding it, I think it can look pretty cursed. But I don't have all the mods unlocked for it, so one day. I like how we can't fast travel directly to this because plot.
The lock
Sarah Morgan's belongings have been moved to the lodge basement. Okay.
doesn't feel the same, does it?
So we do get the things back. I like how they just knocked over everything in here. And there's what? Is this supposed to be blood? Or did somebody like throw up? Or did someone spill like chili all over the place?
I will be monitoring everyone's vitals for signs of continued trauma.
I know.
Thanks.
Look, we all feel like we've been kicked into the ground a million times over, but I think I have something. I'm serious.
I am wearing the hat, yes. It's important.
If I may, I know our encounter with the hunter is the last thing anyone wants to talk about right now, but he said something that I can't get out of my mind. Unity. Do you remember that?
He said our part in glimpsing unity was over. That felt like a trick, something throw us off the path. Think about that too. It has to be related to the artifacts.
Exactly. Somehow. The thing is, I've heard that word before.
Didn't focus my
It's
camera.
an important concept in Keeper Aquilas' speeches.
The priest? Is the Sanctum Universum going to bless our little crusade of discovery?
It can't be a coincidence. The Sanctum has always believed that answers are out there in the stars. Look, I know it's the longest of shots and the biggest leap of faith I could ever ask us all to take, but why not talk to him?
The cool thing about AKs is that Kalashnikov doesn't give a shit about licensing their designs, so basically every country has their native variant of the AK. Many of them do, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, I kind of not in the realm of firearms, but just in the realm of things, think that's kind of cool that you know, you could either license or just let people use your stuff, you know, or license it for cheap, excuse me, or let people use that kind of thing, but I also kind of understand why people wouldn't do that, but where's the Sanctum University?
It's right here in the city, just a block or so from the lodge.
It's too big of a coincidence not to try.
I guess it couldn't hurt. I've heard the Keeper's a pretty insightful guy.
Thank you. I know it's not much to go on, but something about this feels right.
I don't like his hat.
I'll meet you over there.
Superior Constellation Pack.
Here, what you got in mind?
This will feel safer.
As in armor? Yeah, I guess so. Oh, it's basically better than everything, except it's a boost pack, not a skip pack. But, like, it has a better everything except for radiation protection. Well, alright. This has negative 15% melee damage and plus 20% carry, plus 20 carry capacity. And armor plated. Oh, it's 30 and armor plated? Yeah, I'm going to stick with this, I think.
But we have not been attacked again.
Psycho 12. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know a whole ton about firearms myself, but, you know, I know some basics.
There's that empty feeling again. Whenever someone's gone, there's
Oh, the boat.
a hole in the lodge.
Ah, shit.
We can pay to fix the damages.
Wait, did they dismiss Sam as my follower? No, okay. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to use the machine. Instead, I took items. Okay, I still need adhesive. I should make... I wish that there was a item tracking mod. There is a way to track items, don't get me wrong. But I wish there was an item tracking mod where I could say, like, yes, track items, track project, and then in the vendor, I could see how much of each item I want to track. Like, I need 8 more tungsten here, and I need, 2 more lead and 4 adhesive here, and I need, another 4 adhesive here or whatever, and it would add up all those so I could see, oh, I need 30 adhesive for everything I want to track. Like, that's what I need. But that doesn't work here. The boat flipped. Because, yeah, I can go in here. I can look at the mods. So if we find, which one am I? I'm using the Gallows Reach. If we look at here, I can like mock up the standard versus the short, or I can look at the laser versus no laser, or I think I already have reflex. No brake, a suppressor. The ergonomic versus standard. What is even the? Is there a? There's really not much of a difference between these. I mean, you're looking at the grip here. Between these two, there's a difference. But between these two, not really much of a visual difference. AP rounds, drum. What I probably would do the high-powered mod if I was going to do one. There's different skins too. I don't have any other unlocked, but yeah, so we already kind of have stuff on most of these. Like how you can make the short barrel, which is like half the length of the gun, so you just have a chunk of the gun that does nothing. I don't have any stuff to do for this, so I'm not going to. I'll give you 1 second here. Oh, is this where all the stuff from Sarah is? Yes, okay. Sarah Morgan's outfit. Very good. I like how the chest shape is brought over from Sarah to my character. That's very nice. Yeah, that or maybe it's the trick of the light. That's a little bit of the trick of the light. Alright. What I wanted to do was give some of that to you.
Yeah, sorry if I'm a little out of it. Didn't get much sleep last night. Lillian and me, I tried talking with her and I lost my cool. Got a little heated.
Lillian?
I know I woke Cora up.
Oh, her mom? I don't know who Lillian is. How does Cora feel about all this?
Well, up until a few years ago, she kept hoping we'd get back together. I mean, Lillian and I stayed married longer than we should have for Cora's sake. But we really weren't doing Cora any favors there.
On a small ship, everyone hears everything.
Well, that statement's gonna keep me up at night. Like everything? Just so you know, there's a long, proud tradition of singing in the shower.
All right, Techno, have a good one.
She's an incredible woman. Truly. But it is always, and I mean always, about the job. When she bleeds, Freestar colors spill out. And back when I was a ranger, we were quite the team.
Do you like being a ranger?
I never had much passion for law enforcement. But there were days I was damn proud to wear the uniform. And other days, too messy. I mean, we always walk the line well. Lillian is good that way. But some laws I think are horseshit. Like ruining lives because some barroom brawl got out of hand. That never sat well with me.
Give me 1 second. Talking this out real quick. I bet you're good at being a lawman. There must be a story behind why you stopped being a ranger. I'm still a little in awe of the Rangers. I heard so many stories about them growing up.
I was too. It's one of the things that kept me going. Longer than I probably should have. But one day...
Yeah, what's going on, Zod?
I was just done. No particular reason. It had been building for a long time. See, I tried to convince Lillian to leave it behind. Come with me. She shot me down. Hard. Hurt my pride. More than a little. But she was probably right.
She didn't even consider it?
Not for a second. And she's right. Lillian is where she's meant to be. She always wants to fight the good fight. And the Rangers are lucky to have her.
If you were that unhappy, you did the right thing.
We were making each other miserable. And that wore on poor Cora, too. It's funny, our latest argument started because Lillian thinks I'm putting Cora in too much danger traveling with you. I told her what you told me, that Cora is just blossoming with all this. With Sarah, you, heck, even Walter. I just know Cora has futures I could never dream of. But Lillian, not so much a fan of you. That kind of set me off.
She doesn't know me. Sorry I caused an argument.
Nah, don't be. It's always something. Cora's been stood up a time or two by Lillian. Always for the best reasons. Last time I think Lillian got a medal for it. But at a certain point, Lillian's excuses don't matter. Poor Cora cried for a week. I don't want to put her through that again.
Tell her that. Give her a chance. Make sure she understands. She has to follow through, of course.
If I do that, y'all might want to invest in some industrial strength earplugs. For now, Lillian's going straight to voicemail. So everyone can sleep easy.
Alright, buddy. Now can I give you that gear?
I'll carry anything you need. Well, within reason.
I just want to give him... He already does have a chameleon suit. Okay. That's all I wanted to make sure. Is so that when we're sneaking, he'll sneak too. And I don't have to worry about... Except he doesn't... Oh, because we're inside. He, like, doesn't wear it half the time. I don't know. Whatever. Let's go do some actual quests. I think we need to go and find more of those shrines, yeah? Oh no, we're going to talk to Keeper Achilles.
Nice hat.
She said nice hat. I was watching a video today about like the rare, epic, and legendary weapon types in the game and the effects certain things have. And it sounds like when you equip a weapon that has like a potential incendiary effect, the way the game handles it is it rolls, like every time you shoot, it rolls to see if your next shot will have that effect. And if it does, it'll change the ammo in your gun or change the gun. I guess they haven't figured out which yet, to be like an incendiary ammo or incendiary gun. But the only reason people are really noticing this is because when it happens, the game's freezing up for people. Like you're equipping a different weapon. Like if I'm doing stuff and I change weapons, there's a little bit of a oops, I used the wrong button. There's a little bit of a delay. You know what I mean? And sometimes the game hitches because of that. And people have noticed that and kind of attributed it to that effect. And on top of that, there was a patch to resolve it, and it ended up making it worse for a lot of people. Which is hilarious. Of course, Bethesda, thank you. Ah, it's one of these dudes. He's wearing the hat.
Keeper Aquilus, can we have a moment?
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
There is a old world rifle,
What's
yeah.
on both your minds?
There's also a handgun, too. I can show you that in a minute. I don't have the rifle on me, but I have the handgun. We think your church is connected to a group of space weirdos. We need to talk to you about Unity.
Oh, yeah. How humanity comes together. How we are to love each other, even as our universe becomes even more complex.
That's
I think it's a
not
1911.
exactly
I'd have
what
to
we
look at it
mean.
again.
Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps you should talk about this inside.
Yeah, okay. It is this pistol here. Obviously, we have a little thing on the front of it here, but yourself, I think it's missing pieces that the real gun has, like that the interlock that goes in here or something. I don't know. I've never shot one of these, so I don't know myself, but you can see the bullet in the gun. Yeah, it does that too. Where it's like, it's trying to... I don't know what it's trying to do. It's like trying to reorder everything in my inventory or something.
It's something, isn't it? The further out we reach into the stars, the more we learn about ourselves.
Like how you just run around with a gun in your hand, no worries. Among the grab jumps. Is that a volume? What? What? Fucking hat, dude. How can they take me
Now
seriously?
that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
Where the laser pointer is invisible on the wall. It's just the beam that goes nowhere. It depends on the weapon I think you have. I can show you that in a minute. We found a series of temples that granted unusual power were attacked by a group called the Starborn. It started the discovery of these anomalies, the artifacts.
They're like nothing we've ever seen, Keeper. Gravitational distortion, sub-audio harmonic sequencing, unidentifiable energy fluctuations.
I caught half of that. So, these things are unusual? Even in your experience? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe. Beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Those do work properly.
So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here.
We know it's a stretch, but we're hoping you can help us.
I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer.
This is the first time
I can give you a path
been with the Keeper, so I don't know.
There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it.
I think it's a religious
This pilgrim
group.
claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more.
Let's hear the story then. There must be more to it.
In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun. And he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite.
Yeah, they are the
But
Greybeards.
what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code? A way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave.
Infinitum addendum. It's an odd saying, very specific.
Yes, something must be there. I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. The House of Enlightenment and Varun have versions of this story.
If you've already talked to them, why send me?
Because I wasn't looking to find unity in the same sense you are. A fresh set of eyes might reveal the truth.
Alright, I'll talk to them.
The enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find a better life for themselves. Varun worshippers are more enigmatic, but there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully she'll be willing to talk to you as well.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Sure, buddy. So... yeah, that doesn't. It is just a line, but that does. I have one of those there. Here, yeah. It turns red when it's like focusing on somebody. Or maybe it's when it's focusing on a friendly. I don't know. So yeah, they have two different like types of laser, I guess. Ooh, excuse me. Alright, let's go try and talk to these guys and see what we get. Go to the spaceport. Yeah. Excuse me, that's the game. That's not stream. It's just not, the game does not run very super well. I mean, I bumped down to 1080p, not 1440, which is usually where I stream at to even play it. They targeted high-end computers.
I've got some stuff on my mind. When you
Yeah?
have time.
I just saw inside your minds. It's empty. Hollow.
Yeah?
Oh, right. I looked in here once and left.
You know why I hired you, Brody? You're a man who takes pride in your work.
I appreciate the praise, but I wouldn't say it's anything special.
It may not be special, but it's hard to find. And that makes it valuable.
I'm not much for prayer. Tried it once, didn't stick. But maybe it's like Tate. I was just on the wrong side.
Thanks.
We run a number of social programs, from financial aid to food banks. If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, you're not? Sorry. Can I help you?
Keeper Aquila sent me. I need to talk about the Pilgrim.
It's actually important, as strange as that may seem.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity Pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilas is describing.
You've talked about this with Keeper Achilles before?
Yeah, I mean, he's always going on about trying to bring people of all beliefs together. Really wants there to be some shared story or origin. Look, I like the Keeper, but belief is the problem, okay? We don't need a shared narrative or theology. We need to help each other in practical terms.
Let's hear it then, buddy.
A man walks into the first house of enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of do that.
What do they mean each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up?
It's part of our core principles. There's no God pushing us to do good for some eternal reward. We have to help each other because we choose to. If no one takes responsibility for making the settled systems better, then we're just leaving it to the tyrants to bully the rest of us.
Maybe there's a hidden message in what he was saying.
Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again.
Tell me anything else about Unity, what it means?
Besides what the Keeper would say about it? Sounds like a gathering point, or a center. Or, in mathematics, it would mean one, like the one, the first or the beginning.
Alright, thanks, buddy.
Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
Yeah, the name's a little uninspired. I mean, you think of...
Can we talk?
Sam, we just talked. Just think of, it's space. How many millions of different names there could be, and they kind of just choose a generic name. It's like food and stuff. I think of it. None of it's marked as it would get stolen if I touched it, but Sam, you're gonna get full of rads.
say never hire a man.
All right, so now we got to go talk to the Varun guys. Go, buddy. Because he's a rad fella. Yeah, great.
How soon? Still have questions? See you later.
All right, we need you to whistle us the most generic but not copywritten tune you can.
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere? It's because they have little outposts everywhere. There were so many facilities abandoned.
A visitor? I have all the company I need.
I know you've talked to Keeper Achilles about the Varun faith.
He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions.
I never can make heads or tails of these guys.
The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less.
Keeper Achilles spoke of a pilgrim. I need to know more about him.
It would be really helpful if you told us about it. If that even matters in the slightest to you.
Yes, I have spoken to your keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him, and then you will leave me. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy, and delivers the killing blow. That is all.
I need to know the meaning of the word unity.
I have heard of no such thing. If it exists, it is a shadow that the Great Serpent casts to deceive the faithless.
I think I understand.
Then we are done. Leave me.
I find it weird that Sam's talking to her like he's talking to you, camera angle wise. Then they figured out in 4. They do look at the right person here. I can show you a great example of that. Let me pull it up here real quick.
How you doing?
There is only one truth. The Great Serpent.
Here. This is from a couple of streams ago.
City Bank. That Aquila City bank robbery story on SSNN.
Right? So dad's talking to me. He's looking at me.
Of course it
He's talking to mom, who walks out of frame.
My child on the news.
I nearly dropped.
And then dad's talking to mom. But he's talking to me.
Great Serpent devours all but the faithful.
That was me, all right.
I knew it. I knew
He's talking to me, but looking at
As
mom.
soon as I saw that story, I talked.
And then we're
to
clipping
Linda.
into
You
mom.
know Mrs.
I'm into dad to look at
Miller,
mom.
and she didn't believe me.
I swear, our friends think we're making you up.
We
I
have
almost
nothing
want you
more
to
to
show up in our
discuss. Yeah.
finest constellation outfit at poker night, just so I can show them.
So, yeah, they do kind of look at the right person sometimes. Once in a while, they do it okay. All right, now we got to go talk to the guy, right?
Been up there, huh? Space?
No worries. There's been a couple of weird things like that every once in a while. What's going on, Degree? I'm doing good. You? Just chilling, I guess. Where'd he go?
Well, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought?
The Enlightened story used the words second and two.
Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. What else did you learn?
I spoke to the Varun Zealot. She said GN fought 4 times over 120 days.
If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. Was there anything else?
In your story, the Pilgrim contemplates infinitum addendum. That must mean something.
Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel.
Got him. Next planet I find I'm naming Dum Dum. What do you think?
Well, I suppose that'll make someone laugh.
Did I see the video where Vasco punches a person mid-dialogue? Somebody told me about it. I have not seen it, though. Because I was doing the quest that involved the person that the Vasco punched. But no, I didn't see it for myself. Indum. That's the name of the star system.
Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum. At 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity.
Are you not going to come with us?
Go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it?
Only total conviction will bring us the truth or being tested. It's just a word. I need to take responsibility for finding it, not pray. This thing's sacred out there, bringing everything together. We're being tested.
Conviction. Another word for strength. Can the truth not be revealed to the weak? Someone with doubts.
Isn't doubt the very opposite of belief?
That belief can come and go could be argued to be the very mechanics of faith itself. Like breathing air in and out. What do you believe?
I won't find the answer by doubting every step I make.
Your only path is forward, then? Finding the meaning of unity is a totality that you cannot ever step away from?
Yes.
We don't know what the unity is, but we know ourselves.
Well,
Cole's
I
like
won't keep you any longer.
half a block away.
This has been fun. I have to admit. Go. Find your truth.
You got time for a quick chat? I'd appreciate it when you're
He's all over there. Sure, Sam. What do you have to say?
A bigger word than thanks. More than gratitude. And whatever that word is, I feel that way towards you.
No, don't get weird
I'd
about
be
it.
Dead. Flat out dead if it weren't for you.
And yet someone still died because of me.
No. No. Do not blame yourself. This is the Hunter's fault. I gotta ask. Why me? It was an impossible situation. And if it's wrong to ask, sorry, but it's gonna keep me up at night. Sarah Morgan was our leader. She held everything together. I just don't know if I'd pick me over her.
I couldn't leave Cora without a father.
For my girl's sake, I cannot thank you enough. How are you holding up? Are you okay?
I'm alright, but he keep talking to me. No. Just focusing on what needs to be done.
I wish I could focus like that. That Hunter bastard's gotta pay. Pay big time. I don't care if he's starborn and indestructible. We need to figure out a way to take him down. Nobody messes with my family like that.
I haven't watched The Expanse. We still don't know the rules of the damn game the Starborn are playing.
It's time to show them that we ain't just worthless chips on the table. I just want you to know, I'm here for you. The only way we're gonna get through this is if we all lean on each other.
Cool, Sam. For some reason, Instagram just freaked out. Wazaka sent me a message, and it didn't say from Wazaka. It said, like, their ID number. Weird. Very weird. What's our next mission here? Right. We gotta go fly away here. Okay. Indium 2. Let's give it a little scan here. What do we got? Let's see. We got some water. We got some water. We got some copper, argon, uranium. Looks like there's some argon, benzene, beryllium, and fluorine as well. Fluorine. Pilgrim's Rest. I'm actually pretty terrible at recognizing voice actors' names and knowing who played what. All right. 24% oxygen. Is that enough to take my helmet off? I don't even know. Temperament wary. The little, what do you call them? Tadpole. Oh shit. Quark degenerate tissues. Doing well. Good to see me stream again. Yeah, took a little bit of time off, but I'm doing stuff now, I suppose. Is it cooling off in New York? Yeah, it's getting pretty cold here. I've got like frost on my window every morning. Unfortunately, well, fortunately, my mom is repairing one of my coats, my leather coat. Unfortunately, it does mean that I don't have it to wear right now, so it's a little cold in the mornings, but that's all right. Be worth waiting for it. I am multi-streaming now, yes. Twitch very recently, as of like last week, announced that that is something people are allowed to do. So I've been trying it just to see. I put a poll on YouTube. People of the 4 people who answered last I looked, 3 of them said that they wouldn't mind a YouTube stream. It would help them out. So all right. I mean, it's a little bit extra work for me, but not a lot. That's just another place I gotta change the stream title, and you can actually do thumbnails on YouTube before you go live, which is cool, but I forgot to change it today, so I was playing not Starfield with the Starfield thumbnail. Unfortunately, for most games, the... what do you call it? I record a higher quality version on my computer, so I'm not just gonna like publish the YouTube version, you know what I mean? But that's all right. Pilgrim's Writing #1. The credulous simplicity of mundane humans never ceases to amaze me. My worst instincts, the evil spirit, draw me towards a form of contempt for them, but I remember that I am privy to that which they are not. I cannot and should not judge them for lack of vision, when I know very well the blinders which obscure their sight. I once wore them myself, after all. I hope for their sake that they may someday understand, but for my sake, I wish to be left alone. No worries, Delegator. I'm perfectly happy to do it. I just have to, like, you know, make it a habit, I guess. It's also a little bit weird having 2 separate chats to watch, just because it feels weird to respond to people in one chat who can't see it in the other, but oh well. That's life, I suppose. I amn't crazy. Sure, buddy. I can't go like and pop it against the wall, but a fancy compass. Pilgrim's Writing 5. I find myself thinking about his various pasts and my possible futures. I imagine continuing on the road, acquiring more power, more knowledge, more development of myself. I imagine passing through once more to another world to begin the process anew. What is notable here, that road does seem gratifying. Every step is one of intrinsic reward, and I feel myself anticipating the pleasures and seeing a more contented version of myself in the future. Confusing for chat. Yeah, it is. You don't see the messages here that I was responding to. Yes, yeah. I'm responding to people that aren't in Twitch chat, and you can't see the responses and all that. It's all right. If there's anything crazy, I'll probably try and remember to. I'll try to get in the habit of reading the question. That's probably better for not stream as well. So if somebody watches this on YouTube at some point, they're not like, what are they asking? You know, like. Then, for the sake of considering all possibilities, I imagine if I took a different path, if I stopped running, stopped seeking to gather my own power, if I instead embraced the twinges of compassion I felt in my heart and let myself care for the people who seemed to gather about me whenever I tried to work, if I simply lived, taught, and perhaps brought others to the light and died, that road also seems gratifying. I also see a contented version of myself in that future. Here's the difference, though. When I stop thinking about the glories I could achieve for myself, the pleasure fades nearly immediately. When I stop thinking about staying and building something, the feeling endures. There is something more sustaining about it, more fulfilling. I don't notice what the difference signifies, but I am grateful for the first time I've taken notice to it. And the other thing I could do is alternatively probably put both chats up on screen. I can't combine them, but I could in theory have them next to each other, but that takes up some real estate, you know, like how much room do I want to spend on that when I normally don't put anything on the screen, you know, but me. Because I'm obviously the reason why you're here. Not for video games. Unlock personal room. If you came seeking the right answers, you will know what question to ask. What is Unity? I return your question with a question. If you've read my writings, what is the burden of people? People are necessary, but people are madness. Who is your most formidable opponent? Myself. Where does enduring contentment come from? By stopping and embracing passion. You came here seeking the true meaning of unity. If you still wish to find it, there is but one final piece of myself in the next room. I found my own answer to a truth a long time ago, but not in the way I was expecting. I hope your journey gives you the truth. Settler workwear. Tracker's Primer number 2 permanently increases EM weapon damage by 5%. Anti-personnel refined rattler. Nah. Don't need that. I got an email today about streaming, not from anybody asking me to, but from it was like, oh, now that you can multi-stream, maybe stream on TikTok. You know, it wasn't directed at me, but it's just like, can you imagine going live on every platform and just having like 80 chats up and trying to like organize all that? Oh god, it sounds terrible. I have no intention of going live on TikTok because I don't have a TikTok account, but Pilgrim's final writing. I don't know what the correct answer is. I might never. Increasingly though, I'm comfortable with not knowing. The more I reflect on being here in this world, in this time, the more I think it's precisely where I need to be. This time will be different. It won't be about me, so I won't have to run. I can actually build something with intent instead of scrambling to fix something that others create in my name. It can be something beneficial. It can be something beneficial. I'm leaving behind that other person. This world is no place for him. Let him die. Let me live to enlighten the blessed universe before me. You have found the end of my journey, but to know everything, you must find its beginning. On Hyla 2, the island hides the scorpion, and the scorpion's sting hides the truth. Gang, yeah. Entire monitor full of chats. I was just thinking about that today as well. Not related to that last thought, but like right now I have OBS on this screen. Here I could even show what I'm talking about. If I go over here and I go to this and I do this, no, I do this. You can read mine and Zot's chat. This is OBS for me right now. So you can see I have Twitch chat and I have YouTube chat and I have all my other stuff. And I have, of course, up here I have the stream, the game that I'm playing. But that kind of sucks. I want them like here and here. So I was thinking, what if I got two like smaller monitors and mounted them on either side of my camera so I could read the two chats and run like a Raspberry Pi or something dumb just to display chats, really. And I don't know. I'm like, maybe I should do that, but then it's like, I gotta find two small monitors and buy them, and then I gotta rig it either with like magic arms or. So I have a 3-monitor setup, but I also have an arm to make it a 2-monitor setup instead of 3. So in theory, I could do the 2 arms up top, holding the monitor. That's just like, oh, there's so much. There's so much. Cheap tablets. Well, that's the other thing is it's dead because I haven't used it in forever. Oh, you know, it's on my other table. I have an iPad that I used to use for chats, like when I'm doing, I'm looking at my projects table. My guitar pedals, that's what I use for chat, is a tablet. Like an old iPad, and it's not super old, but it's old enough. And I was like, oh, I could do that too. And I used to do that, where I would have chat or my stream controller or a my audio mixer up on the iPad, but it's just like, oh, I don't know. But yes, I have 3 monitors. I have 2 vertical and then my main one. And normally what I would do is I would keep Firefox open with chat on it, but because this game's so freaking heavy, I can't do that. I probably could find a lightweight browser and do the chats in that, but I don't know, it's just too much to look at and all that. Oh well. I could take a nap in his bed. That's not weird, right? So here's the crux of my troubles. To accomplish anything, I need to work with other people. I need assistants, I need workers, I need hands. As we work together, they inevitably ask questions, and I can never help talking. It starts innocently enough. They want to understand how someone who believes in science can also believe in the divine. Believe in the divine, or they have their own misunderstanding instilled by some borderline religious remnant. My weakness is my inability to let alone. I want them to understand, so I try, gently as I might, to nudge their minds along the right path. Then there are the follow-ups and the followings. The trouble is that I genuinely care for these people. It would be so much easier if I didn't. You have a Galaxy Tab 2020 that cost me $130. It has a 2000 by 1200 screen. That's good for chats. All right. That's not too bad. I like the iPad because my mixer, here, I'll show you. I can bring that up on here. My mixer, which looks like this, has an iPad app. And they I don't know if they discontinued the app or made a new version, but I haven't been able to find it anywhere else. It's not on Android. And so I haven't done anything to the iPad. I've been very careful about not reformatting it or like doing anything crazy, so that I can still use that iPad to control my stream audio if I have to, or not my stream audio, my audio going to me. It doesn't really affect you guys. It only affects you guys if I'm listening to like YouTube. I can change the volume of YouTube right here. That goes to OBS, but I don't want to like lose that functionality because it's useful. So I haven't really like wanted to change the iPad around. I've been kind of careful not to. Pilgrim's Writing 3. Today, in a soft voice, my assistant asked me if there was anything above the Unity. It was all I could do to keep from shouting that I could scarcely comprehend the misunderstanding that would lead to such a question. It was asked honestly, and I answered as best I could, but even if my closest confidant here can fail to grasp the most basic of these truths, why am I bothering to explain any of it to any of them? Every word that drops from my mouth gets gobbled up, misheard, misremembered, misunderstood, and mistranslated before I can issue the slightest clarification. People are necessary, but people are madness. I attempted to withdraw, to go off alone, to communicate with Unity in my own way. They followed. Of course they followed. Alright, so I guessed some of these. People are necessity, people are madness on that lock. I guess it's pretty good. Considering I got them all right the first time. A bit of peace. Oh, at last a bit of peace. A piece of peace. Is that anything? Is that funny? Why am I trying to be funny? Have they driven me mad at last? Is there a difference between writing to myself and talking to myself? The former certainly seems more acceptable than the latter. I recall again that my mind is my own, and that even if it only exists, that is sufficient for me to believe in everything else. The Unity has restored me once more. This time I act alone. For now. Myself is a formidable opponent. I should have expected as much, but vanity is, thankfully, not among my vices. Regardless, it turns out to be spent in solitude. It turns out time spent in solitude is, in my case, time with a very sick man, or whatever it is I have become. I don't like this person. Yeah, that's a digital mixer for the hardware mixer. I don't have any. I have very little on board, like on my computer, like effects and stuff like that. But I don't know, like talking to people, that's definitely the one that I recommend, but it's also a little bit of a hard sell because it's a $1,200 piece of equipment. I mean, now it's old. They have a newer, maybe even 2 newer models, so I wouldn't recommend that one exactly, but metabolic agent. All right, I guess we got to go off planet to the other planet. The island contains the scorpion. Its sting contains the truth. I think it was the quote. Yeah, I'm not a fan of voice meter myself. I mean, I have the hardware to be able to do it, so it kind of doesn't make sense for me to use voice meter, you know? Yeah, I get you. Give this a scan too. There's an island. Ancient ruins, okay. Guessing we should probably go over there. Sounds like the best course of action.
What does superfluous mean? I just read it in my book.
It means, more than enough. As in, Korako has a superfluous amount of books.
Oh shit.
Scanner pick
Welcoming
up
party.
anything fun?
My name is Gear.
Those ruins, they look ancient. Oh, Vladimir would go nuts for this. Barrett too.
Territorial. That's not good. I gotta walk past, guys. Wouldn't let me scan that one. What is this? Activate glyph. Sam, get out of there. It does nothing. Oh. Hmm. I don't know if I go what I'm supposed to be doing here. Oh, I'm done. I'm apparently have to go fly now. Oh, I keep doing that. I keep getting inside the
Cora's
ship
already
and
finished
not
the
in the
pre-flight
cockpit.
checklist. That's my girl.
Alright, on to the next one, I guess. Oberon Prime. Hmm. What do you mean? Yeah, you found me. Got him. Keeper Akila sent me to find the true meaning of unity. It sounds like a trap.
I can speak for myself.
The emissary.
You weren't invited to this meeting, but much of our conversation has been about you. It's only fitting you should join us. I will personally guarantee your safety as long as you come in peace.
And think of it as a ceasefire meeting. Your one shot at getting those answers you must desperately want.
A ceasefire meeting. Are the Starborn at war? It's a TARP, yeah.
We'll explain when we meet in person.
And who's the second Starborn that's guaranteeing my safety?
Let's just say they're very dedicated to stopping me from getting the artifacts. So if you don't trust me, well, they're your next best bet.
I know your encounters with our kind have not been pleasant, but we are here to talk, and you deserve answers.
I mean, I guess I'll begin docking. Oh, wait, yeah. I got these special Starborn, but they have compatible docking ports to us. Big. So what happens if I just go in guns a-blazing? I cannot pull my gun out. You're joking, right? You can't pull your gun out. What? Bethesda. This is how we're gonna play this game. Oh, okay. Hello.
Do you remember the emissary, perhaps? And their ship, the Helix? I believe they ambushed you above Neon and demanded that artifact you worked so hard to gain.
Thank you for the stellar introduction. Your success is unprecedented. Before you came, we were just discussing how continued use of force against you is unwise.
Damn right it is.
I don't think your patient counselor act is working on them.
They do have very surprisingly
We are
human
not a
guns.
monolithic people. The Starborn are individuals. Some are united in cause. Others are in it for themselves.
We are all in it for ourselves. Some of us are just more honest. The emissary threatened your ship, demanded you hand over your artifact. How is that so different from what I did?
We needed to warn you off. Every encounter with one of our kind could spell disaster.
For whom, exactly? I say whoever can collect them should.
That doesn't justify murder. No, you're talking in circles. I came to learn about Unity.
Yes. Let's talk about what really matters.
The Unity. You are on the path to it. It is a place, a gateway. It is where we were reborn.
You've really come a long
What?
way since the Welcome to Constellation speech, haven't you?
What? Is this some kind of cruel trick?
I'm not who you think I am. This universe is only the first one you've been to. I've seen hundreds. Where I came from, I was the one who stayed at the lodge to protect the artifacts. You died on board the Eye while we held off the Hunter.
One of me, at least.
I collected the remaining artifacts, and they opened the way to the center of my universe, and the doorway to an infinite number of others. That is the Unity.
It does.
When I stepped into
Looks like it doesn't fit
I became
properly.
a Starborn. It's how I've entered other worlds, including yours.
I need to see this Unity for myself.
And that's the problem.
Hmm.
All the artifacts are needed to complete the Armillary and open the way to the Unity. In every universe, the Starborn fight over them. Innocent people die. You've witnessed the power granted by the temples, the anarchy that can be unleashed. Someone has to decide who should get
Also, like, she's not facing forward.
The emissary tells you only the worthy should enter heaven.
You're twisting what I mean.
They're hypocrites. They use the chaos caused by the hunt for the artifacts to establish an order where they decide who's worthy. I attacked your lodge because I wanted the artifacts, and you
What the fuck are you looking at, dude?
got away. That wasn't some morality play. You didn't survive because of righteousness. You won because of persistence, luck, and skill. As I have done countless times.
I was also human once. But what does it matter who or what I was?
What are you doing? Look at me. What is this? The fucking spoiler-free version of the story? Keep like Keyless. No, some other version of the same person.
You're learning. My other self wants you to walk the path he walks. To give up. To appreciate the universe you have. Easy for a person who's seen everything, done everything.
I feel like he's drunk too.
I think you should see it for yourself.
You've never come this far. Not in all the universes I've seen. The path to the Unity is opening to you.
You're going to tip the scales one way or another. Better your hand be on one of our sides.
So, I help one of you, we combine our artifacts, enter the Unity. Not helping somebody who murdered my friend. Whatever war is going on between you two, I want no part in it. Okay, so I help one of you, we combine our artifacts, we enter Unity.
I want a truce between all three of us. Give you some time to think over which approach to the Unity is the one you want. Mine, or the Hunter's.
Yes. Let's see how willing you are to live under someone else's rules. Just remember, one of us isn't trying to judge you.
Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna take 2 minutes, go to the bathroom, take a stretch, while we contemplate what we have to do here. I'll be back in a few, and we can keep looking at this, so I'll see you in a second.